Scispace is probably one of the best AI tools for your research, your scientific papers, researches and publications. I made a couple of videos about Scispace. Obviously, you can find the links in the description, but in this video I want to show you an interesting update because now with Scispace you can generate podcasts talking about scientific papers. Welcome back to Digital Toolcase. If you like this kind of video, click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will not show you every single part of Scispace in this video, but I want just to show you this literature review. This is where you search for papers, academic and scientific papers. I will use this example for the sake of this video. How does climate change impact biodiversity? When I click here, I can have access to a lot of scientific papers about this topic, and I also have a summary generated by AI. Obviously, you have multiple tools here. You can write with an AI writer about all these scientific papers. You can do your research, and these are very, very good and reliable sources. But now you have one more option. Here I have my list of papers. And as you can see here, I have this new button, it's a podcast, near to the chat button, because you can chat with the papers or request a PDF. This podcast is the new feature of Scispace, and you can use it even for free with some limits, obviously. Let's see how it works. If I click on this podcast button on this specific paper, Impact of Global Climate Change on Biodiversity and Public Health. I click on podcast, and in just a matter of seconds, I will say I have a podcast. Now, we will take a listen to this podcast. In this case, it's 2 minutes long, but these podcasts can go up to, I think, 5 minutes, depending on the paper you choose. So, let's hear it.
Welcome, folks. Today we are discussing the impact of global climate change on biodiversity and public health. Let's dive in.
I'm eager to hear this. What are the main ways climate change affects biodiversity and human health, directly and indirectly?
Climate change impacts both directly and indirectly. Directly through climatic extremes like more frequent floods, droughts, and extreme temperatures. These directly harm both wildlife and humans. Indirectly, it affects air quality, agriculture, marine and freshwater systems.
Okay, I will not let you hear it all because you understand what this means. You can download it, you can give your feedback, and you can go directly to paper by clicking here, as you can see. So, with this new option, you can generate very good podcasts. They are quite similar to the Notebook LM ones, and I already made a video about it. But here you will have the most reliable sources you can find on the web with these research, academic, scientific papers. As of today, you can't give your specific instructions on how you want this podcast to be generated, but let's say this is an interesting way to do your research. Maybe you don't want to read all this paper, you want a summary, you want someone that explain this paper to you. You can do it with this new podcast feature, or you can use this podcast if you publish a summary of this paper, maybe on one of your sites, or you want to publish directly your podcast somewhere. I find it really useful and interesting, and you can also do it with your personal PDFs. So you can upload your PDF and generate a podcast about it. So I just uploaded this PDF just for the sake of this example. It's the first one I found on my PC, nothing special, but again, here you have your podcast button, so you can generate a podcast even from your personal PDF. And this is interesting. So this is a pretty good update for Scispace, but I also want to show you another little thing I found. I suppose this is something new, because I'm not sure it was use already here, and it's this PDF to video. If you want to publish your academic or scientific paper and you want to share it with the world, with this community, now you can also do it with a video. So you can upload your PDF here, it's free, and you can generate a video like this one. This is an example of the result, and this will be public. So your PDF, your paper with this new video format will be available for other people. And again, you also have AI detector, you can extract data from papers, you have your citation generator if you want citations for your papers, you have a paraphraser, you can find topics, you have an AI writer, I made a specific video about it, link is in the description or by clicking here above. You can search for papers in this literature review, and again you can chat with the PDF. And this is your personal library with your notebooks. This is an example of notebook where you can take notes, obviously, on your work when writing an article using these sources or whatever you want. Now let's talk about prices, because Scispace is pretty cheap if you think you have access to all these academic and scientific papers, so you will use authoritative sources. I have a special code for you, you can find it in the description, so you will be able to take advantage of a pretty good discount both on the monthly plan and on the yearly plan. If you want to just try it out, you have a free account you can use, and maybe later you can upgrade to this premium one again by using my code, my discount. You can find it in the description. Obviously, if you choose a yearly plan, you can save a lot of money. And as I said, with the free version, you can still use this new podcast feature, as you can see here, but obviously limited podcast plays, while with the paid version, the monthly or the yearly one, as you can see, you have unlimited podcast plays and downloads. So that's it for this quick update about Scispace. I think this new podcast feature is quite good, and I suppose they will also improve it in the future. Anyway, link is in the description. Take a look at Scispace. I think you will like it if you need authoritative sources like these in your content. And if you click here above, you can watch for my previous videos about Scispace. So, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, thank you very much for being here until now, and I'll see you soon in the next one.